Y'all, we started. It's 11:13:33. High Priestess is on the board right now, y'all. We're in sync. Let's talk. The channel song of the day, y'all, is we gonna start with Love by Music Soul Child. This song, I was singing this song right before I got on live, and y'all, this new part of your life is about you choosing your life. But honestly, y'all, before you can even get into choosing, it's like it's time for y'all to start choosing what chooses you. But not only that, baby, it's time for y'all to purge out what no longer has chosen you. What does that mean, Charlie? Well, let's get into it. I'm here, Mio. How we doing, family? Look at the family coming up in here. Rise and shine. How is everybody doing, Aaliyah? Miss Make It Happen. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss nobody. Let's get into it, y'all. So I'm starting this live off by saying, love. So many people use your name in vain. Let's start there. At first you didn't mean that much to me. Oh, let's start there. But now I know you're all I need. Oh, let's keep going. The world is so brand new. Now that I found love. Let me start by saying that a lot of you guys are entering into the cycle of love. And I'm so happy. Like, y'all, I'm so happy. And I'm not starting off being emotional, y'all. Like, I literally... We got it. This day... I want y'all to remember today. I really want you guys to remember today, okay? I want you guys to remember today. The reason why I want you guys to remember today is that today is the day where it is working. Today is the day where it's like you see it. Today is the day, and hear me, all. Mila, how you doing? Ja, how you doing? Let's make it happen. Is it still freezing? Because this message is too important for it to freeze. Am I good right now? Like, if it's good right now, let me know. If it's good, put a 222 in the chat. If it's not, like, let me know. I'll stop right now. I'm doing good. Everything going good, y'all. Matter of fact, while y'all putting it, hold on real quick. Don't play with me. Don't play with Charlie. 1 second. Cause stop playing with these hoes. Cause this message, Charlie, please, when can we talk again? We could talk soon. Y'all, we could talk after this. Just remind me, babe, because sometimes Charlie be busy. Cause this message is so important, y'all. I gotta make sure I gotta light my motherfucking candle, making sure that we get through this motherfucking message, because this message is important, guys. And I want you guys to hear me as to why. And I'm actually gonna put it 1 second. I was moving too fast. Moving too fast. This could be significant, guys. At first you didn't mean that much to me. Oh, y'all, I promise you, I'm about to get into the message right now. Don't you even worry about it. Y'all, I'm over here cleansing our space with a white candle really quickly, because I just felt called to, because it is December 31st, y'all. And this message is important. Like, this one might be my most important video, my most important live of this year, y'all. So if you here, you made it. Let's get into it. Y'all, I want to start by saying thank y'all for being here. I want to start by saying I love y'all. I want to start by saying I'm grateful for all of y'all. I want to start there. The reason why I'm starting there is because without you guys, shit, Charlie Charlie would still be Charlie. Charlie would just be in another part of the world or doing something else. Who knows? But let's get into the message, because I want you guys to know that this is the day. If you guys haven't already got confirmation that you're being picked up, this is your final confirmation. You're being picked up. What do you mean, Charlie? I'm gonna break it down. Today is a day, and I can only give you an analogy in this moment. Hear me, y'all. I woke up to a call. Shout out to Jazz. And she was just telling me how everything is going great, how everything I said in the reading was great and it's happening. And it made me so fucking happy. And I was just like, and I was half asleep, but I was like, you know what? Let me get up. Let me do my yoga while she over here talking to me. Did my yoga. And the reason why I'm explaining this to you guys is because not even a month ago or a few weeks ago, it was just like, Charlie, I'm trying. I don't know. Charlie, it's this. Charlie, it's that. And it's like, and then you listen to Charlie, and then it's good luck. If you listen, you listen. If you don't, and then she listened, and to see everything working out and panning out, or her planting the seeds that's going to work out, and her enjoying it, it's joyous to me. And when I got off that phone call, I started crying, and I started praying to God, and I started being overly filled with emotions, because I said, God, I know that my life, like I have witnessed this with my own being. I have witnessed what it has felt like to just, I don't know how shit just happens. It just happens. I have experienced what it feels like to just, it's last minute saves. Like God is literally, like it's last minute saves. I know what it feels like when you are literally battling, when things are going wrong in your fucking life, and you're just like, bro, I don't fucking know. And God comes and fucking picks your ass up and is like, well, we came to come save the day. It's like, so God is telling me to give you guys this message, because I am at a place in my life where I was like, God, listen, you made me feel all this shit this year, but big dog, I'm ready to really work on this shit. I thought that I did enough work this year. No, I feel like God is like, you're about to go harder, but in an easier way. You're about to go harder, but in an easier way. Because I said, God, I know. And it's funny because, shout out to Jazz. I love her so much. She reminded me today that things are not supposed to be this hard, y'all. Life is not supposed to be this hard. Relationships aren't supposed to be this hard. Decision making is not supposed to be this hard. You choosing between one thing and another thing is not supposed to be this hard. God usually lays the foundation for where He needs you, and if it's hard, if it's that path just seems like you keep running into things, like it's not meant to be. Or at least not right now. And I think that I have to start right there, because guys, today is a day. See, I always tell you guys, when you are manifesting and you are entering into a new period, you guys, the true time to really manifest and really do your planting, or and not even just planting seeds, but actually seeing where you should plant seeds. God is like, you said it right, is in the springtime. Right now is the time for you to purge. And I mean purge. I know everybody wants to do their end of the year list. They want to do their end of the year what worked versus what didn't work. But y'all, and that's cool. You could do that if that helps you. But I'm telling, for my true manifestors, my true magicians, for my true spiritual baddies, you know that we manifest in the springtime. You know, it makes sense. When do we glow? When do we, and it's kind of funny, when do we start growing flowers, start growing things? It's usually in the springtime. Y'all, shout out. I guess I'm about to have to cleanse the fuck out of my house today. Shout out to the cleanse. I think that's significant because my candle literally just broke. It didn't break all the way, but it literally just broke. Look at that. That's interesting. Well, time to cleanse. But it's okay. I'm going to still get this message out. And that's okay. Dearly Father, please remove all energies that doesn't align with my highest potential, although I already did this prayer. I ask that you banish all spirits, all energies, all beings that does not align with my highest potential. I ask that you protect me and my audience and my community as I get out these messages today. And I ask that you remove all monitoring spirits from here. Any spirits that is trying to harm me or my audience, I ask that you remove them immediately. Not later, right fucking now, because they got me fucked up. Amen. Now, without further ado, let's keep going, guys. When in doubt, if motherfuckers want to play with you, you play with them too, okay? I call judgment on anybody that just tried to sit over here and send me some texts. Ashe. Now, let's get back into the message, y'all. That's what I mean. This is what I mean spiritually protecting yourself. 10-second prayer. I lit a candle. The candle wasn't it. They said, I get my spray. The spray ain't it. I said a prayer before I even got on live. That's cool too. We gonna do it again. Y'all hear me. Let's get back. Woosah. And I'm actually grateful, God. And this is how I know I'm highly protected. Just a sidebar, y'all. Whenever attacks are ever sent my way, it's like technically my candle could have dropped and it could have lit a fire and other shit. But my candle just went out like, phew. I said, okay. Well, there's that. So thank you, ancestors. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you for always protecting me. I love you guys so much, okay? I do love y'all. Now, hear me, guys. In this moment of you releasing it and you purging out, I need you guys to really look at the seeds that did not take root. I really need you guys to look at the things that did not nourish you, that did not serve you. I really need you guys to really look at what has worked versus what has not worked. Why? Why? Because this new timeline that you're already in, if I must say, it just requires a little bit of dusting. It's like a little bit of cleansing. You know, when you move into that new apartment, you got to go through and you got to cleanse out the little dusties. You got to cleanse out your space and shit like that. That's what we're doing. But in order for us to actually move into our new place, before we even get our new place, before we even decide what new place, we got to get rid of what we're not taking with us. Let's start there. It's funny because, guys, I forgot. I keep freezing my water overnight. And I was like, shit, it's a block. And I was like, you know what? Let me just add more water to it. And then I removed the blockages. And now the blockage is just floating in that bitch. But it's like I could still drink. I could still survive. No matter what blockage is in my way. And I feel like that's synchronistic. Everything that's going on today is synchronistic, y'all. Hear me. The only way that you can actually fight low vibration is with high vibration, and you have to stay high, guys. No matter what happens down here, you have to stay high, guys. The reason being is because when you go low, that's when lower energy enters, and that's when they want to affect you. They want to keep you in this space of fighting, when in reality, I just said things are not supposed to be this hard, okay? I want you guys to remember that. Every time things you feel like are a little bit hard or things just ain't working out, it's something's up. It's not that way. And I know some of you guys like to force your way, elbow grease. I just need to use a little bit of elbow grease in order to get that. But God is like, big dog, it's just not that way. It's not that person. It's not that home. It's not that job. Because if it was, it would be handed to you like white on rice. There you go. Now, I feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys, as you're purging and you're getting rid of all the items, all the things, all the people, all the places, I have to tell you guys, I need you to go one by one, and I need you to go slow. Why? How you doing, Sakira? The reason being is because when you move too fast, sometimes you miss an item. When you move too fast, sometimes you miss a person. When you move too fast, airplanes are confirmations. When you move too fast, there's missing things. There's missing guys, I'm sorry, I just had like an epiphany of an old reading that I had did. It just popped up in my head randomly, and I was trying to remember what it was about. And I remember it was the one, and we were talking about aliens. The aliens are coming. The aliens are coming. Like, and I was wearing an alien shirt, and I was out of town. And I remember in the reading that there were so many distractions. Like, I believe like there was a leaf, like a lawn leaf person fucking going. I remember like there was just so many things going on. Kids was playing outside, and I was trying to get out the message. And for the life of me, I was trying to remember what that message was about, but I cannot remember. Maybe that reading could be significant for you guys right now. But I remember I kept, like, every time I would get distracted, I was just like, you know what, we can wait. And I think that that's significant for how you guys deal with blockages. You don't get upset at like when things or interruptions happen or blockages happen. You're just like, I guess I'll wait and see. Since this ain't the way, God, which way is we going? So that could be significant. And you know what's kind of crazy is it's calling my attention to my dream that I had last night. So I guess we're switching gears or whatever. But you know, God works in mysterious ways. So, you know, some of y'all need to hear this message. And I trust God. So there's that. I had a dream last night, y'all, that I was in a zombie apocalypse. But I only seen one zombie. Actually, maybe two. But I've never had zombie dreams before. Maybe zombies could be significant. And I remember I was talking to an acquaintance that, whatchamacallit, oh really, he's my friend. I'll say he's my friend. I was talking to him, and he was telling me like he was watching this anime called I think it's Zom 100 or Tom 100 or something like that. It's on Netflix, guys. If you feel called to watch it, watch it. But I was like, is it good? He was like, well, I kept watching it, and then I kept not watching it, and I was like, okay, so it's not that good. He was like, it's okay. Like it's like it's. I'm like, if an anime is good, it will catch your attention. Like you will want to binge watch that shit. I did that with Hunter x Hunter. So that could be significant within your life in this time. That's kind of crazy that I just made this connection. It's if things in your life don't make you feel like you want to binge watch it, like I'm literally getting like, use this analogy because you guys are going to understand it. If you don't feel like you want to binge watch something, or you don't feel like you want to I'm literally hearing, if you don't feel like you want to get like know somebody like that, like you want to like instantly, like it's like if it's not instant, it's just like it's not it. It's kind of like when men say, technically, when I meet my wife, like, I know within a few days that that's my person. It's instant. If you got to sit over here and watch it, like, I'm literally hearing you got to watch it a few days, play with it a few days. It's not it. It's like, even with me with Grey's Anatomy. When I started watching Grey's Anatomy, like, back in the fucking day, like, baby, that was like 2013, 2012. I watched Grey's Anatomy. I was obsessed with Grey's Anatomy. Like, I would watch it, like, from A to Z. And if I went to sleep, don't worry, I'm going back to go watch that shit because it was so good. I feel like that's what your life is supposed to be like right now, y'all. That's crazy. Y'all life is supposed to be like a fucking something you want to binge. That means your person. That means literally I'm literally getting your person, your home, literally your love life. Like literally everything is supposed to be something that you want to watch and witness. Because if you miss something, you gotta rewind it. It's like that's how your life is supposed to be. How you doing, Natea? this is how I know I'm meant for this shit, y'all. Because y'all, I was so sad getting on here, and like every time I get on here, like I just lighten the fuck up. And it's so funny because Jazz is like, you was live for like 3-4 hours yesterday. And I was like, honestly, when I'm on here, I lose track of time. I love this shit so fucking much. Like, I just be so excited because I just feel like there's so many messages to get out. That's what makes me feel like I found my purpose, or I found at least what I want to do. I think that that's how it's supposed to be with your person. I think that that's how it's supposed to be. And it's not even that I think, I know that that's how it's supposed to be where you live. You're supposed to love where you live. You're supposed to love what you drive. I remember when I first bought my first car off the lot. I loved my car so much. It was a Chevy 2016 Cruze. And I love that fucking car. I had a sunroof. I used to let my sunroof go over it. Like, I love that fucking car. White car. I loved it. I didn't give a fuck about Mercedes. I didn't give a fuck about the Lambo. I did not give a fuck. I loved my car. And I think that that's where God, this new year, this new cycle is where God wants you to be at, to be obsessed with your life, be obsessed with you, be obsessed with, and not even in a bad way, y'all. It's just be in love with this shit. And that's how we're starting. So let's get back to my dream, because I think my dream is significant. I had a dream last night about zombies. And it was very briefly. It was the weirdest shit. And it was literally just one zombie. And I remember, let me see if this is significant. Maybe they just needed me to make that connection to give you that download. Do you need me to tell them my dream, God? Okay, yeah. They said it'll be significant for somebody. It was weird. I was pulling over at a gas station, and it was the nighttime. And I remember, like, I was getting, like, there was a car blocking it. And I remember I had went and I had, got out the car. I felt like I needed gas. I don't know what the fuck I needed from the gas station. Maybe I was getting food. I don't know. But I had went and I had stopped. And I literally seen, whatchamacallit? I literally seen like 2 little zombies. But they was like in a prayer position. And they were like facing the other way. But I just seen them. One was a black man, like a younger, like maybe 25 to 27 maybe. But he was faced that way. And then there was a woman, but I couldn't make out the woman that much because she ended up disappearing. And something about daisies could be significant. J could be significant because I keep seeing that. AY could be significant. Or YX. I don't know what that's saying. 28 could be significant because that's just what I'm seeing right now. PF chains could be significant. Chinese food could be significant. Sorry, y'all. They're just telling me get these downloads off because maybe something here will catch y'all. I don't know. I see Libra. I also see the Christ. Like, I was going to say the Christ. Passion of the Christ could be significant in this moment. I see a cross. Anyway. Going back to my dream, the lady disappeared, and I remember I seen the zombie, and I was like, well, I don't want to disturb the zombie. So I went back to my car, and I remember my car literally, like, I don't know how I parked, but my car, like, my door was like literally into like something like a wall or something, and it was like this, like he would hear me if I opened my door. And I was like, but I gotta get in my fucking car. And I opened my door, and he heard me, and I just literally seen him go. And I got in my fucking car, and I literally like was like backing up, and he got in the car too, in his car, and he rammed into me. So y'all just be careful about being out tonight and somebody I'm hearing head-on-head collision, because it kind of reminded me of like somebody's drunk driving on the highway. Not to speak bad things out there into existence, y'all, but I do have to like just warn you guys, just so you could be aware. Most of the times when you're in car accidents, it's not your fault, for the most part. It just, you have to be aware of other people's surroundings. But I'm just literally hearing there could be somebody on the highway, and it's like they're drunk and they got on the wrong exit, and they go, and it actually happens a lot of times. Or I'm also hearing like they took the wrong one way, so just head-on-head collision. So anyway, they hit me and I backed up, and I was just like, fuck this, I'm getting out of here either way. Like, and that's a confirmation. So I went, and after I backed up, I literally turned and I kept going and I drove off. And he was following me. So just a heads up, maybe zombies could drive. I've never seen a zombie drive before, but maybe you could put that in a movie or something. So there you go. You're welcome. Charlie loves to help. Another part of my dream, because God is like, go through my dreams really quickly because it could be significant. Okay, some of you guys could be having like a lot of credit cards or debit cards. I just seen a whole bunch of credit cards and debit cards. Some of you guys are being urged to get like a credit union if you guys are trying to build up your credit. Also, I'm hearing start paying off your credit cards. Also, I wrote down being in a hotel and not receiving help in a Latin country. They wouldn't pick up our bags. I said I'll just go to another hotel, and then that's when they were like, no, it's fine. So just be aware of that. I just remember like they were like not helping. It was like I was with like 2 other people, and they're like, it's fine, we could pick up our bags and we could take it. And I'm like, but everybody else is getting their bags picked up and we're not, and I don't think that that's fair. So that could be significant. And I've never experienced that before, but I just, you know, it popped in a dream. And then, so the hotel had like a convenience store in it or something like that. But I was walking down like an aisle saying, I miss home. Like, it was like I was on vacation. I was like, I miss home. And I was with one of my like bigger cousins, and her name was Ashley. And she had another friend. I did not know who her friend was, but Ashley was saying like she does too or whatever, and the girl was like, yeah, I was actually gonna book my trip home tomorrow. So something about booking, like cutting your trip short or something like that. She was like, but girl, you know, I just be talking, like I'm not about to leave, da 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 da. So some of you guys could be thinking about cutting your trip short, but then you end up staying, because she ended up staying. Something about lettuce in your refrigerator. Because I remember as we was walking, like the aisles or the convenience aisles kind of looked like a refrigerator, and that's a confirmation. But the lettuce kind of looked old, so I feel the need to say, if you have anything old in your refrigerator, go throw that shit out today. Yeah, because it was like looking like, but maybe you're being urged to have more greens. Also, my cousin Ashley, she was like, girl, he keep blowing me up. And then Ashley actually had Sprite in her hand saying that. Like, I remember that like verbatim. I don't know why I have to tell y'all that, but and I ended up telling her, I said, well, just answer on Monday. That way he doesn't mess up your energy today. And I think that was Friday. And I keep channeling like Friday or Friday after next. So next Friday could be significant. But I was just like, I was literally telling her like, girl, he gonna keep blowing your phone up. Don't let him fuck your shit up today. Like, I don't know why I was giving her that advice, but I was just like, don't. And then I remember that her friend was saying that she's gonna that she has to make sure she's back in town on Monday, because she's going to an Earth Museum on Monday. So that could be significant. And I thought that it was very funny or interesting that she said Earth Museum, because I've never heard someone say that, like an Earth Museum. Maybe that was a little alien. Anyway, now this is where my dream, so y'all, my dream kind of like got sporadic, y'all. It's been 1 2 3 4, okay, y'all. So stay with me really quickly, okay? I had a dream, and I have a cousin, but I did not know this. I've never met this cousin in my life, but in my dream I knew that it was my cousin. But I don't know, I don't think that this is for me, because I don't own a shotgun. But I pulled a shotgun on a cousin that was Latin, and I didn't know him, but he was talking shit. So I just feel the need to sit over here, and I didn't kill him. I think my mom ended up coming and getting the gun from me. But like, I just be wary if you have like anger issues, you pulling guns on people, because I remember like I really had the shotgun on my hand, and I was like, I will kill you, don't play with me. And like, even though like it's so funny because in my dream I was like, I do not know how to shoot this shit, and I was like, because I don't even deal with guns, y'all. Like, but I was just like I know how to, but I know that what I really was like worried about is like, I know how to shoot a gun. It's with shotguns, you have like a fucking release. Like, it throws you, like, you have to be strong enough to hold it in a position so that you don't go backwards, or else you could throw your shoulder off. And I was worried about that shit. I was like, I don't want to throw my shoulder off. And I was like, this motherfucker is playing with me. And I'm saying this funny, but I was so dead ass serious in my dream. So just be mindful of that. Okay, it was kind of weird because I had seen, have you guys ever seen Heavyweights? It's a Disney movie or whatever the case is. Well, usually in that movie, they're usually like teenagers. I literally seen these kids in Heavyweights from like, it's kind of weird. I don't know how to explain this, but it's like I seen them as like not toddlers, but maybe like 5 and 6 or some shit like that. Like, they were little kids, but they were going to camp. So like, maybe you could be sending your kids away to summer camp or something like that. But then it's like I seen them and as kids, and then they morphed into like the teenagers, and it was like I was following them into a line. So something about going to camp could be significant. Or something in Heavyweights could be significant to your life right now. And then it's funny because that same cousin that I pulled a gun on, he was in a different part of my dream. And y'all, I don't know this person. It just kept saying Latin cousin, Latin, just say Latin, like just say Latin. So I was just like, Latin. And I actually have Mexican in me, so that could be significant. But it says, seeing my Latin cousin again. He said he had lower back pain, and I massaged it, and I leaned him back to crack his back. And I remember, like, in the dream, like, his lower part of his body was how do I explain it? It was like literally like the lower part of his body. It was like, and I just remember I put it back, like it reminded me like of a chiropractor, and I was like, ooh, I could be a chiropractor in my dream. It was the funniest shit, y'all. I don't know, it was the randomest shit though. Okay, and then he started to speak to me in Spanish, like he was explaining a story to me in Spanish, on how he got with a girl, and the girl, she had 2 kids. And I would just let him, because I had my own thoughts in my dream, and I was like, well, wait, you don't got kids. And he was like, but da, da, da. And so he kept going, and he was like, but she likes to have, and y'all, this is where the part gets weird. It was like, she likes to have phone sex, but I don't. And he was like, but this is his insecurities, or he feels that his insecurities are getting in the way of their relationship. That's what he was telling me. Like, then he was saying other shit, but that was the central of what I got from the damn dream. Some of you guys, spiritual baddies, you could be being urged to learn a different language, because some of your ancestors or some of your spirit teams actually wants to communicate with you through that message. Sometimes I get my dreams in Spanish. Like, I speak English, my native language is English, but I did learn Spanish, but it's very weird when they come to me in Spanish. But I'm literally getting Arabic, I'm getting Mandarin, I'm getting even patois. I can't remember where that's from. I'm getting just native language, your native language. You're supposed to know your native language, whatever you are. For some reason, I'm hearing like, does the Vikings have a language? Learn that language, like stuff like that. Or if you're ever urged to, heavy emphasis on Arabic, okay? Because some of you guys have spirit guides, and it's because God is like, some of y'all, it's your native language. Some of you guys, it's like something that you were in your past life. A lot of you guys were pharaohs in your past lives, or like have Egyptian in you. So it's like, go learn Arabic so you can get the message. Go learn English. Well, clearly you know English because you're listening to me, but it's like, maybe you need to learn English, like, or maybe learn England's English. That could be significant. German. There you go. Swedish. I keep, like, it's like God is like, language ideas. I said, it's time to let it go. He said, I know. I told him in the dream, like, it's time for you to let it go. If you're insecure in that relationship, And that's confirmation. If you're insecure in that, like, that means that she doesn't make you comfortable, or you don't make yourself, or you're not ready for that to be in there if you're insecure. Also, sidebar, I forgot to write down this dream. I had a dream of being in a castle, y'all. And I remember there was a woman there, and I remember it was a bathtub there. Now, I just remembered I was with one other person that I believe was a woman, but I'm not sure. It was like 2 other women. So, but I couldn't remember everything. So, yeah, I should probably write that down so I don't forget that castle dream. Maybe a piano could be significant. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was my dreams for last night. That could be for y'all. That don't gotta be for y'all. Whatever the case is. Let's keep going. So, essentially, guys, I want you guys to let go. Oh, last note, and then I'm getting into you guys' messages. With the seeds, I really, because God keeps highlighting seeds in my head. God also wants you to take note of the seeds that you have planted that are still like being waited to bloom. I'm hearing some of the seeds that you planted even before this winter, some of them just needed a little while to bloom. I'm hearing if they don't bloom by springtime, it's time to get that shit out of there too. Literally, I'm hearing it's kind of weird because for some of y'all, I see sprouts. Like, God is giving me the image in my head that some of the things that you have planted, like relationships, job wise, project wise, I'm literally seeing, for some of you guys, God is saying, if you don't see the return like that you deserve, like by you putting in the work, if you don't see it by February, then it's time to dig that crop up. For mass majority of you guys, though, it will take into the beginning of April, like the end of March. I'm literally hearing middle to end of March. If you don't see shit before then, some of you guys, I'm literally hearing it's either February or it's March. If you guys don't see shit, then you got to rip that shit up. And that's what previous seeds that you have planted. Now, guys, some of the seeds, if I'm literally hearing some of the seeds that you know that are dead, like it's a dead crop, you need to let it go. People, places, things, items, projects, okay? You guys know, and I think that that's why God is like, I want you to go one by one to identify everything that you need either to keep or you need to rid yourself of. That could be mindsets, that could be items, that could be people, that could be literally anything. What is working versus what is not working. But some of you guys are going to have to wait until, like I'm hearing the things that you are for certain that it's not working, get it out now. And for the things that you've planted seeds on and you're like, I think it still needs a little bit of time, give it until February. And if it's not done, or if you see literally not even one little pessimist, like something, not even like something popping up or whatever, or it's like you're not receiving, like, because God is like be I give y'all an examples. Let's say you have a relationship, you met somebody in December, and like they're not, like by February they're not making plans for Valentine's Day, or they're not making effort, or they're not showing interest, it's like they're not keeping the same energy. Dead it. For business, if you are sitting over here trying a new project out, a new career route, and it's like, I'm literally hearing maybe you wait until either February, beginning of March. If you're not seeing fruits to your labor, you need to plant a new seed. Or some of you guys are going to be, it's kind of weird. This new season is going to be different for you guys because it's kind of giving me that, I remember I seen a TikTok video, y'all, and it's going to relate to what I'm saying. I seen a TikTok video and this lady is like, why are my peppers blooming right now? Why are my carrots blooming right now? She was like, my crops shouldn't be blooming until April, and I think she said it's December. Some of you guys are going to have crops or some of your plants bloom during the winter months. And during that shit was actually scary, because I'm like, why are her plants blooming? Like something's going on in the world. Global warming. I also kept getting the download that to save the water and save the world and save the children. So that could be for somebody. But specifically, which are just going based off of our message today, some of you guys are going to see your plants bear fruit. in the winter months. Some of you guys are already seeing it. Some of you, I'm literally hearing December through February, you're going to see it. If you don't see shit, then it's time to switch gears. Or it's time to like get rid of it. Like, because by April, it's like we're planting new seeds, and it's like we're moving over this plants that have already took root, but the shit that's dead, that's actually, because I'm literally seeing some of the plants or some of the seeds that you have planted is actually a fungus. Like, and before it gets to fungus to where it's just sitting and it's messing your shit up, you need to cleanse that shit out, okay? Now, I don't know why they haven't me use that analogy, but that's the analogy that they haven't me use. How you doing, Tiana? Let's get into y'all reading. And let's start. For some reason, y'all, I've been getting impulsive energy. Impulsive. I keep hearing, do what you want to do, not what they want you to do. I'm also getting the energy of do what inspires you. You make the call. And I'm hearing one call, that's it. Sidebar, guys, some of you guys could be having people blocked, or you could be having blockages with people because they are not, because you're not strong enough to deal with them. Like, I'm literally hearing somebody could be trying to reach out to you, but you're not strong enough to deal with it. I don't even know what that means. But maybe like, it's like if they contact you, like, God knows that, like, you'll go back or they'll come back to you. So it's like they had to have like you changed your number, or, you know, your phone is off, or shit like that is what I'm getting. It's because you have to become strong enough to not go back to your previous people. Sometimes God has to make drastic decisions, because some people want to reach out to you for sex, or some people want to reach out to you to rekindle flames and shit like that, and it's like they can't reach you. Yeah, God is having you right now in this moment walk away from things that don't serve you. Walk away from old things, literally cleansing out old energies, honestly, in order for you guys to bear fruit. But I think God is in the process of telling you guys, like, listen, some of this shit worked, some of this shit didn't work. Don't be too hard on this shit that you planted that didn't work, because you got the experience that you need. You never know what experiences you might need later on in life. I'm literally seeing you guys, like, maybe a seed or something. Like, let's say you volunteered for something, but you don't need that experience. It's like maybe 6 years from now, 10 years from now, you could pull from that, or maybe not even that, 6 months from now, you could pull from that experience, and then you could literally sit over here and, like, it's like I'm literally getting every seed that you planted was not for nothing, baby. It wasn't for nothing. I'm also getting the energy of, like, if people want to be petty, let them be petty with you. Yeah, God literally has you guys walking. Oh, I love this. God wants to keep you guys in the illusion of y'all being stuck, always having to restart. Like, I'm literally hearing, like, the devil, like, God allowed the devil to come up into it to make you think that you always had to restart. I'm literally seeing you guys, I have to restart this. You start something, or you plant a seed, you work towards that seed, you have to restart. I'm literally seeing God make that illusion pop up so you can get clear on, it's like God let the devil do your hard work for you. Does that make sense? Because a lot of you guys were taking it personal, especially when it comes to, like, y'all love life. Heavy emphasis on love, but, like, I'm just hearing within your business endeavors, within I'm literally hearing every aspect of your life. God could have literally been like making you start all over. AXS is making me think of tickets. Some of you guys could be going to a concert or something like that, or going to a comedy show. I don't know where that came from, or getting tickets to fly somewhere. Take it where it resonates. But I think AXS, like, that's hockey tickets. I started thinking of the Avalanche, so that could be significant. But anyway, I'm literally getting the energy, y'all, that it's like you guys had to restart, or it's like you kept having to walk away with nothing and restart. But it's like the reason being is because God had to, like, it's like, had you not restarted, you would have went down like the wrong avenue with the wrong person again, or you would have went down the wrong avenue with work again. You would have went down the wrong avenue of friendship again. And God was like, I'm not doing that shit. This time, I'm not doing that. And I think that that's the biggest thing is that God allowed the devil to remove all of the, it's like the illusion was, because it's funny, I have to keep it separate. The illusion was you have to keep restarting. You got to keep rethinking. You're stuck, and that's the illusion. But the illusion was helping you. It's like when you tried something new and it didn't work, that just wasn't for you. You're supposed to move on to the next thing. You tried something new, it didn't work. That's cool. You move on to the next thing. Heavy emphasis on love. Some of you guys could have been trying to figure out what's your love life like, what's your new opportunity, where are you going? And it's just like, I had to sit over here and literally get you to see all these different things to show you that this ain't the way. Cool experience. Like, you got the experience. And some of you guys just like, but God, why did I have to experience that shit? When in reality, I'm just asking for what the fuck I'm asking for. But God is like, I can't give you what you're asking for because you keep asking for low budget shit. And God is giving you the low budget shit because God is like, I want you to see that low budget shit is not what you really want. So we cross that out, and that's the restart, that's the reset, that's the y'all we talking, okay? You said lessons with reviews to create my boundaries. I love that perception. OMG, we talking, Eli. Hear me, y'all. In this moment, though, God allowed the devil to come in, make you feel a little trapped a little bit to reorganize. But then it's like God is finally about to give you guys the plan, the cup, the love, the world. Like, it's like it's like you guys have been feeling like you're in a stagnant place. But it's like now I'm literally seeing the Wheel of Fortune. Like, it's time to get that bitch going. And here goes my Wheel of Fortune card right here for this deck. It's like I literally see it. It's time to go. And the reason being is because, hear me, y'all. A lot of y'all was required, because there's heavy cup energy out here. A lot of you guys were required to get rid of old energies that didn't serve you, old beliefs. And it's funny because in that dream, let's talk about insecurities, y'all. Airplanes are confirmations. Let's talk about insecurities, guys. Some of you guys' biggest thing when it comes to relationships is you being insecure about how you look. Maybe you're insecure about how you feel. Maybe you're insecure about, maybe you're not smart enough. I don't fucking know. You're not well educated. You're not, it's like you need more. You're always figuring out how can I exemplify? How can I add value to me? How can I make me feel better? But a lot of you guys had to go through and actually realize that you got to accept the way that you look. You got to accept the hair that you were born with. I don't care if it was straight or if it's like really like curly or it get nappy or it's like whatchamacallit. I'm literally I don't care what your hair look like. You got to love your hair. You got to love your nose. I don't care what your nose look like. I don't care if you only feel like, I'm literally hearing God is like, maybe y'all love yourself when y'all put on makeup, but it's like, I need you to love yourself with your bare skin. I need you to love yourself. And it's like, big dog, if you don't like, I'm literally hearing, if you don't like the way that you look or your fashion, it's time to switch up your fashion. If you don't like the way that your body looks in certain things, it's time for you to take that serious. Stop eating junk food. The point of the matter is that God is sitting over here saying, whatever your insecurities are, it's time to rid them out. Because in my dream, it was like, it's a funny example, but he was like, she always wants to have phone sex, and I just don't want to. I'm insecure. Your insecurities are fucking up your relationships, y'all. And God is trying to remove that. That could be a seed that has been instilled in you for a minute, that God is like, okay, it's time for you to remove that seed in order to move forward and feel comfortable in your skin. A lot of you guys need to love yourself before you do the big weight loss journey, before you do the outfit changes and shit. God is really requiring you guys to really focus in on self, to love yourself from inside and out. And I think that this whole year you guys have been spending on loving the insides of yourself, but now it's time for your outside appearance to catch up. Now, some of you guys, I know that you're like, you know, but sometimes I got that shit and I put that shit on. You feel me, Charlie? Like, I be putting that shit on. But I need you to feel like that every day. Every day. Not just when you put that shit on. Not when you just out with the girlies. Not when you just out. Like, I need you to look like, feel like you that bitch even when you wearing that sweatshirt. And to my masculine, same thing for you, because it was a masculine cousin that was talking to me. And I don't even know who that man was. But he was my cousin, so shout out to my cousin. Masculine, that was a masculine telling me that. That was not a girl. Y'all have insecurities too that y'all need to deal with. You got a stuttering problem. Let's get you in talking classes. You say you can't fucking, you say you think faster than you talk, or you talk faster than you think. Let's slow you down. Let's get you into speeching so you know how to speak correctly. Some of y'all could just be like, listen, I don't like my double chin, big dog. Let's go figure out some exercises so you can lose that double chin. Like, shit like that, y'all. If you don't like it, you don't have to stick with it. And I think that that's the biggest thing is that God is like, a lot of you guys thought you had to suffer through this shit, this part, and it's like, it's not. And what's kind of funny is that God has shown you that people will love you the way that you are right now. And I think a lot of y'all kind of looked over that, is that people will love you when your hair is up. People will love you when your chest ain't showing. People will love you, to my masculines, when you got your beard gut belly. Like, people will love you. Like, I feel like God has put you in a season of y'all not taking care of yourself, just to show you you could pull people like this. The only person that doesn't like the way that you look is you. Everybody else is feeling you. You could be dressed literally like this. You could be having your nightgown on in the house like this. You could be wearing sweaters covered up like this. Like, I'm literally getting like, no matter what you wear, people really fuck with you. They love you. They love the way that you look. It's just a you thing. Lashes, no lashes. Haircut, no haircut. Beard, no beard. People fuck with you. Because in my dream, the zombie guy, he had he was like a chocolate man. But he was like milk chocolate, but he had waves. And he was like a little muscular. Even though he was the zombie, but I'm just giving y'all examples. It's like, but we all have insecurities about ourselves. It could be your teeth. Get your feet. Go get it. I was gonna say it could be your feet. Y'all. So can we have a real conversation really quickly? Because I seen something and I said, this is really grown. And y'all, sometimes I be forgetting that I'm grown sometimes. If we can have a real conversation, put a 777 in the chat real quick. Because I seen this and it just popped up in my head, and I feel like I have to share it with you guys, okay? I feel like I have to share it with y'all. I feel like it. And I don't know why it applies, but we gonna see where it fits in. We cool? All right, big. All right, we rocking. Okay, so I seen this TikTok video, or sorry, it wasn't a TikTok video, it was a Twitter video. And this woman, she was with, she's married and has a kid, but I remember she was laying, or she wasn't laying, sorry, God help me to deliver the story correctly. In the video, she was doing a self-care day midweek for her husband. She was like, usually I do self-care days for us on the weekends, but he kept coming home every day, laying on the floor. And she took a video of him laying the fuck out, like stressed the fuck out on the floor. He was just tired or something. And this man, this masculine, he was a very attractive, like chocolate man. He had a beard, like nice cut, like he had good skin, like he took care of himself. And she was like, I'm going to do a self-care for him because I noticed that he was having a rough week. So she made him breakfast in bed, like a really nice breakfast, like some French toast and stuff. I said, that looked like a good ass breakfast, y'all. And then while he was eating, she went and set up like a chair, to where like, and she set up like this thing for his feet to where like he could put his feet in and like put like little bubbles and shit in it, and all like she just like did it to where he could have a pedicure. And when he got done, she like he sat down. I think the chair kind of had some massaging thing on it, and she did his mask, like she did like a facial for him, and she did like a really in-depth fucking facial. I said, I need this bitch on my team. I need her as a fucking relation. Am I not? And honestly, y'all, it made me feel two things. Because that's not even the whole video. Let me finish the video. If any of y'all want the video, I will send y'all the video because I was just appalled. It made me question so many things about myself and about people that I have dated. So then, like, she finished the facial, and I forget what he was doing. I don't know if he was sitting or whatever, but then she went and she gave this man a pedicure. And I went to the fucking comments and I was cracking up because some of the girls was like, she lost me at pedicure. I'm not touching that man's feet. And I don't know if I would touch a man's feet either. I'm not saying I would. It depends. Because I have a friend that has really nice feet. And he rubbed my feet too, so. It's a case-by-case scenario. Anyway, y'all, this is how I know I'm not too grown. This is how I know I am like, I still got childishness in me. So she did that. She gave him a pedicure. She put like this soak on her, on his feet. And like, literally just like, and I think she said she did something like they went and did something. They spent the day doing something that he wanted to do or something like that. Or, and then she ended up, she didn't feel like cooking. So she had ordered Fleming's. And they had a dinner and everything was cool and it was happy and all that shit. But y'all, I don't even know who that couple is. It just popped up on my Twitter, y'all. This is how I know. It shows how you doing. Because you said they gotta be clean. So love, how you doing? Eli, come on. Let me tell you something. You said having someone to nurture you, baby. Now this is how I know. This is the two thoughts that I got by watching this video, y'all. Airplanes or confirmations. One, I was like, have I ever had somebody that ever really truly loved me? Because that to me is some love ass shit. You're able to recognize that I'm having a long day and on my day off, that's just considerate. And y'all, there was another video that I seen of this whole other couple where this guy was like, I noticed my girl, she was having a long day, so, and I just went and he was over here like going and peeling fucking pomegranate seeds and putting them in a bag to freeze them because he had said that his girl takes the baby to the park. And she really enjoyed that he did it, like, and she just kept saying, I'm so grateful that you did this. I'm so grateful that you did this. Like, and she kept saying it, like, to him. And he was like, this is why I'm doing it again, because I feel appreciated. And it was so funny. And that was, like, a white couple. So I'm literally getting race doesn't matter, because the first couple was a black couple. So y'all hear me well. Hear me fucking well. I said, it's time for me to grow up. Is Charlie growing up? Charlie is growing up. Because one, the first mindset was like, damn, have I had somebody that really loved me? Because nobody ain't never did no shit like this for me. Like, I got massages, she rubbed my feet and stuff, but like the whole thing, even the pomegranate shit, like, it's the simplistic things. And then the second thing is that, well, Charlie, you ain't never really did this for nobody. And then I sat down and I was like, oh. I had an epiphany within my head, like, y'all, I said, could I rub somebody's feet? And I think I've rubbed my ex's feet before, but I can't remember. But he had really nice toes. I used to cut his nails too. You know what? Now that I'm digging back in the memories of Charlie, I don't think I really rubbed no feet before. I rubbed my mom's feet before, but that was when I was a kid. But like, I used to cut people, and this is how I know I've been single for a minute, because I forgot about this. I used to cut my ex's nails, and it wasn't just my ex. I used to cut people's nails. Like, anybody I date, I'd be like, let me see your nails, and I would cut them, file them and everything. One of my ex used to love that shit. It's very funny. Anyway, memories of memories that you forget about. Y'all, it's time for us to grow up. And it's time for us to be loved. And it's time for us to be nurtured. And it's time for us to deal with people that actually nurture us, okay? That's the conversation. That's the whole point of this. That's why I told you this video. Because there are people out here that will nurture you. But a part of it is like, if you want to be nurtured, you have to nurture people too. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Y'all ready to get into y'all second part of y'all read? Y'all, this time I'm gonna let whatever the energy needs to come out. I'm kind of, God, what you want me to do? Because what just popped up in my head was exes calling, but I'm kind of off that. I think I gotta do an X read. Let's do an X read really quickly because I feel like we gotta cut them out. Like we gotta in tis the season. Tis the season to these motherfuckers. I don't even know what that means. I do not know what that means. But I feel like we gotta end it there because and y'all, to be honest, God is like, don't make it about exes. Make it about situations that it's time for you to get out, or you're gonna end up in a karmic cycle. God, what is y'all messages for them? Something new in reverse came out. God is saying in this moment that like some of you guys are keeping people into positions that need to be removed in order to you know, it's kind of funny that they made me do that analogy or that example of like being taken care of, because some of you guys didn't even think about that. I'm getting some of you guys don't even know how far, and I see 27 and 77, and it's really y'all. I have a reading. It is entitled 2077. If you guys are how do you want me to word this, God? Is it for a new person or for an old person? New or old? God is like, take the energy. If you feel called to watch that video, I can't tell you guys if it's a new person or an old person. It's entitled 277. I'm wearing my yellow headband, and I can't remember. I think I'm wearing like a grounded shirt or whatever. Go watch that video. Because I remember I watched and I was like, guess who's got her man back? Bitch, I did not have my man back. I got him back for 1 second, and that man was gone. But that video could be important right now. But anyway, the entitlement of that, or like that whole video, was more so about like a relationship, and that's a confirmation. It was, if I remember correctly, it's like relationship. God is like, let them get what they need to get. Okay, you got it, God. Ball out. Since you got it, you got it, you got it. All right, babe. I see 222. If you guys are seeing 222 a lot, 333 or 33, you feeling the love. Love is your next thing. Love is your next thing. Nurturing. You really want nurturing shit. Watch 277 or 2077. Okay. Anyway, going back to something new in reverse. I feel like I had to start off with you guys seeing loving energy, nurturing energy, because some of you guys haven't had examples of what a true nurturing relationship looks like. And I feel like we're being taught to like figure that shit out on our own, unfortunately, because we never experienced that. But because of like we're getting all these great examples, and it's and y'all, the collective I read for, I know we don't do things just for social media and shit like that. It's like we do it because and y'all, I just got to download. Fuck, go ahead, God, you work. A lot of us are having ego deaths, or we went through ego deaths, right? And because we are looking at people not through our ego lens anymore, I'm literally getting, we're able to identify like, that's some nice shit. Like when I seen that video on TikTok, I keep saying TikTok, it's on Twitter. When I seen the video, I literally was like, oh my God, like this is inspirational, versus maybe a previous version of me. If I was looking at it from my ego, I'm like, girl, she doing too much. Like, why is she over here doing this for her man? Like, like you over here doing it for the clout. I'm literally getting, because your ego lenses are being taken off of your eyes, a lot of the things you guys are being like, when you see things, it's like you're starting to see love. It's like, even when you see, like, even if you don't have love yet, it's like a lot of y'all feel like love is here, and it's like, and it's here. It's like, so it will be. And a lot of you guys are seeing like how other people do things. And it's crazy because on my Twitter, I literally seen a girl. It's crazy. Rings, fucking wedding things. It's crazy what fucking timeline and reality I am in right now. But it's like, I see weddings. I kept seeing weddings. I keep seeing proposals. And I remember this girl on Twitter, she had literally had a post where it was like, I dreamed of this down to a T. I told this person, I told this man how I wanted it, and he got it down to a fucking T. Some of you guys literally have to see things like that, see other kind things going on, not because you're a hater, but because you need new ideals to flood your mind. I'm literally getting, you need new visions, new ideas, new things to flood your mind in order for when you have your proposal, or when it's like to inspire you to figure out, what the fuck do you want? Do you want a destination wedding? Do you even want a wedding? Do you just want to travel the fucking world wedding? Like it's supposed to be your shit. Same thing with kids, because I keep seeing kids. How do you want to raise your kids? What involvement, how do you want to do that here? Like, I'm literally getting, you guys are being shifted into a new timeline. And shout out to us supposed to be talking about our exes and shit, but we talking about what's new. Maybe we have to start with something new so you guys can see that your ex is wrong. Ooh. And now I'm hearing, me and Mr. Wrong get along so good, even though he breaks my heart so bad. Shout out to Mary J. That was a hit. Why you gotta be so insecure? That came out in reverse. Charlie. Why you gotta be so insecure? Some of you guys, why you got me out here? What's the, what you want me? You said speak to them. Speak to them. I got them. Some of you guys are actually getting out of the energy of being insecure. To be honest, y'all, if this person, okay, so this is what God is saying. Y'all getting y'all shit together. Y'all getting new inspirations. You finding your worth. You coming up with new inspirational ideas. You coming up with this new scene. And the new person needs to see that they shortchanged you. They have to see that you're no longer insecure. They have to see that you're no longer settling for low budget offers. I'm hearing, like, ooh, but it's not, it's so ego eyes. So y'all ego eyes like to sit over here and think it's like, well, finally. Because ego me is like, well, shit, they couldn't step up to the plate. I kept trying to tell them. I'm literally seeing y'all kept trying to tell them, do you not know I have people that will suck on these toes? Shit like that. Like, I'm literally getting like, you wasn't asking for too much. You was just asking the wrong person. And in previous encounters, you wanted them to see that. I see somebody could be going to Saks. Sex Fifth, or maybe you should go to Sex or take them to Sex. Purse vibes. But or go to the store. Fuck it. Who knows? I don't know. Sorry. I just keep hearing sorry, I don't know. I'm getting Guitar Hero vibes, so 2008 could be significant. Oh, I have a reading that has like a moose in it. I can't remember what the title is. If you're resonating with this, you can go watch that reading. I can't remember what the name of the title is, and I could Google it. But I just feel like if y'all really want to watch that shit, you can watch that shit. I don't like pressing y'all shit. I don't like pressing y'all for nothing. Maybe that could be significant. You're in this energy of not being pressed, not being like, you just like, baby. It's like I'm literally getting, you found your Mr. Right. Yo, Mrs. Right. The Right, that movie could be significant with Queen Latifah. But I'm literally getting the energy of like past you would have wanted them to see you all done up, all with your people, with your mans, with your girls, like all getting nourished, because of, it's like to prove a point. Now you out of that ego, you're out of it, and it's like, now it's like, I'm not insecure, and like God has to teach them a lesson through you. Or God could be already teaching them a lesson through you and you don't know. But if they pop back up, it's like for the, maybe they're blowing up your phone and you not, like they can't get in contact with you. That's the lesson, because they no longer have access to you. Yeah. It says closed mouths don't get fed in reverse. Oh, also, sidebar. I know a lot of us, they always teach us to say, don't tell a man everything how you want it, because, or don't tell a person how to be, because then they're going to pretend to be this person. And I was actually one of these people that said that too. Because we're entering into a timeline, some of you guys are dealing with people like, and honestly, I'm going to keep it a being with you. These people can't read your mind. They don't know your dream until you tell them your dream. The reason why I thought about that is because when I seen that that marriage proposal, she was like, I literally told him this is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly like, this is how I wanted it. And he did it. I feel like y'all are in the season of, you need to start speaking up about your, like, when you really have your person. If you like to get foot massages, start speaking up. If you like facial, if you like people to take care of you a certain type of way, like you like them to talk to you a certain type of way, I'm literally getting speak up. You have to tell these people that. It's funny because society and the game and fucking the game tells us, big dog, you don't tell them what the fuck you like so they can mirror that. And y'all, I understand that. I understand in the Matrix with the NPCs, that's what fucking works. But because we are not in the Matrix no more, because we are actually in alignment, look, there's 75 of us up in this bitch. We are here. So if we are here, imagine the other people that's busy, because, you know, there's other people that's busy out in the fucking world, you know, baby. They on their Zoom, they over here living their life, and they spending time with family. There are other people that are like us in this world. We just have to, like, discover them. And I think that God is having you guys and putting you guys in this space of discovering them. I see the name Lisa. I'm literally hearing, Lisa! The wood could be significant. Why do you keep having me? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? You're trying to tell me something right now. Guys, because it's like they want me to give you this person, and I've told this story before, but it's like they want me to tell the second part of it. So I'm going to tell it. I don't know why this is significant. Back in 2008 is when I had my first little boyfriend ever, or at least that, like, that's for real. And his name was Moose, and he was a Cancer. He lived in Georgia, and Moose was fine, y'all. Like, Moose, shout out to Moose. And I don't know why they want me to tell y'all this story, but it was like, I never had kissed a boy. I remember I had met him like literally 5th grade going into 6th grade. And he was 2 or 3 years older than me. I think it was 3. But he had waves, he had dimples, his eyes was like light brown, like Moose, and he had straight teeth. He was fly. And he was hood. Y'all, don't even, Charlie had a phase. Charlie had a type. Okay? I'm here. I don't got no type. Big bitches is the only thing that I like. Anyway, I remember whatchamacallit, we had went over. So y'all, don't ask me why I was over here sneaking and dating, because my mama did not like that. My mama found out about that shit. She made me break up with him. I was so sad. About Moose. That is so fucking funny. I'm sorry. Wait, let me tell y'all the story. So Moose was y'all know, so my mom had a childhood best friend that I grew up like as my auntie, and like her people was like my people technically, but we wasn't blood. Now Moose was my cousin, like real cousin, but he lived in Atlanta. He grew up in Atlanta, and he came down for the summer of 2008, like 2008 summer. And I remember because we was listening to Lil Wayne, I think the Carter 3 had just came out. Like we was just, I remember we had went up, we was buying shoes. Some of you guys could be going and getting shoes, because I remember that summer. I don't know why I remember this summer. There's some shit I do not remember, but this I remember. We went up to Castle Rock in and you showed me a picture of castles. There's something in the story that's for you guys. I don't know why, but planes are confirmations. You guys could be going and seeing a castle. You could be going back home, because Denver kept popping up too, and that's my hometown. So maybe I need to go to Denver. I could go big. What you need me to do? Anyway, so we went to Castle Rock and we got some shoes. I remember we went fishing. My aunt was taking us everywhere that summer. Like I spent like almost that, I don't want to say that whole summer with them, but it's like we was doing a whole bunch of activities. We went fishing. We went to go buy shoes together. We went to like I remember Guitar Hero, like that song that like my cousin had that on like the PlayStation or the GameCube. I don't remember what she had it on. But we were playing that, and I remember I was just like, I was so hip because I was like, he's so cute. This is, I think this is when I came into like, ooh, I like guys. Like I like this is when like I'm like I actually started paying attention. There was a person before then, but like I think 5th grade-ish is when it was like, yeah, 5th grade-ish is like when it was hitting. So then what ended up happening, y'all, I really am showing my age today, but you know, how you doing? So whatchamacallit, I keep hearing I ain't never scared. But what ended up happening? What else oh, okay, so fast forward. So nobody knew that I liked Moose. I don't even remember how I ended up telling Moose that like I liked him or whatever. But it's like we would flirt back and forth and stuff like that. Like the vibes was there, but like I was young as shit. Like airplanes are confirmations. I would have to go back and ask Moose, like, Moose, did you ask me out or did I ask you out? I don't remember, to be honest. But I remember there was this time and we had went over to his house. It was me and my cousin. And I had never went over there like by myself, but it was me, my cousin, and what's her name, or whatchamacallit, it was me and my cousin, and she's like 3 years older than me. No, she's older than me, than 4 years older than me. This could all be significant. She's a Leo, so that could be significant too. But we went over there, and that was the first time that I had actually damn, y'all, am I telling y'all the story? God, do I gotta tell them that too? Hold on. They say, yeah, tell the story. Well, fuck it, I'll tell the story. Tell the story. Yeah, okay. That was the first time that I ever smoked weed. And I know a lot of y'all was like, y'all probably like, Charlie, you were young, bitch. So what? I was grown at that age. Like, yeah, so y'all could have been young and grown. And it's so funny because I remember my cousin later on asked me, she was like, did you lose your virginity to Moose? Like, I thought you lost your virginity to him. I said, girl, no. What the fuck? Like, bitch, no. Like, I probably could have, but that wasn't within my cards. But I remember that was the first time. And honestly, y'all, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was like, they were smoking and I was like, that's not for me. I wasn't like, I was just like, no, I'm good. Like I kept saying, no, I'm good. Like, but I was in the room. We were all in a room. And I remember, whatchamacallit, I remember just getting confirmation. Do you not want me to tell that part? Do you not want me to tell that part? I can tell that part, but I don't know if you want me to tell that part. Tell the part or tell none. No, he don't want me to tell that part. But anyway, all right, well, I won't. I mean, it wasn't that deep of a fucking part. Whatever. Anyway, so fast forward. Wait, do you want me to tell that part? Because that was the part that I thought we was going to tell. Okay, that part I can tell you guys. Okay, so after that, like we had went in whatchamacallit. This is where I want to say your environment, because I have to say this. they don't want me to tell you the part, but they want me to tell you this part. Your environment influences you, okay? Your environment influences you. That's it. But I was always an adventurous kid, so shout out to me. But I remember we had, after everybody got done smoking, we ended up watching The Wood. And I remember me and Moose, like, we were cuddling, and I was like, we honestly, I don't even think we were cuddling. I think I just put my feet on him. I feel like we was laying, but we didn't touch, like, he did not, like, it was the most innocent shit. But we were just, anyway, I remember that night, yeah, I remember that night, he was texting me. He was like, come meet me, because Moose slept downstairs. We had slept over at his house, because it's my cousin's cousin. So, they had rooms. Shout out to the age restriction up in this bitch. Restriction. You said, hey, I'm a young and intern, period. That's how you doing, Zalaria? So, I remember they had rooms. So, there was the uncle's room, there was the guest room, and then downstairs, Moose and his dad had slept. I never went downstairs, so I don't know what downstairs looked like. But me and my cousin, we had stayed in the guest room. And so we went and, whatchamacallit? Or he had texted me, he was like, here, come to like the door or whatever. And I think he wanted me to go downstairs with him, but I was too scared to go downstairs because I was scared. But I met him like in the fucking, what is that called? Like a hallway, like above the stairs, but it's like a little hallway. And like that's where I had my first kiss. And I remember, y'all, I did not know how to kiss. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I was just like, and I remember like later on, like when we had broke up, like he was just like, you didn't know how to kiss, and da 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 da. And honestly, y'all, I forgot a big dick. But I don't know why I was telling y'all that. Something about your first kiss could be significant, because I really don't know why I was telling you that. But I just remember I really did like Moose. But then I remember that my mom ended up making me break up with Moose once she found out. She was like, that's your cousin. I was like, well, technically he's not, because I did not grow up with him, and I just met him this summer, and that's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him. But no, my sister and my mom made me break up with him. And I remember I texted him and I was like, I can't be with you no more. Yeah, that was the best 3 months of my life. I was really sad about that too. I even tried to sneak and be big, but like he was off that. I think he ended up getting a girl that was like, I think older than him or something like that, so that could be significant. But shout out to my man Moose. And then I met somebody else, and then the Moose thing was like out there. It was like, okay, well, whatever. And it ended up turning out to be my neighbor. And y'all, I think, ooh, we're right on time. We're right on time. I know why God is making me tell y'all this story, y'all. It's because all of this shit is synchronistic. I remember I ended up meeting my neighbor. And I had stopped, like, back then I was not smoking like that until this point. Fast forward to middle school, maybe 7th grade. I think 6th and 7th grade, y'all, somewhere between there. Because by 8th grade, I stopped smoking and I wasn't smoking no more. I think like I think I smoked 1 time in high school, maybe 2 times, maybe. But by that time I realized smoking wasn't for me. And I ain't really smoked since. No, I smoked before in my adulthood just to try it, to see if it was different. It wasn't different. It's just not for me. Shout out to weed though. I remember I had my next door neighbor, and it was this guy, and I don't remember what his sign. Oh, he's a Pisces. So shout out to Pisces. But I remember I used to like him so much, but he smoked too. He was older than me too. He was like 2 years, 3 years older than me. But I liked him too. And I remember, it's so funny. I liked him, but he liked everybody around me. I used to have these 2 best friends back in the day. And it's funny because I how do I want to say it? this is where I realized that I was insecure. And this is why I like, this is where I feel like this is where it started, like, or where I really identified it. I don't know where the shit just popped up, but this is where, like, this is where insecurity started. So maybe you guys are being urged to, like, identify where your insecurity started, because y'all, I didn't even know I was gonna take it here, but we're here. I had these friends, I think it was 7th grade. It had to be 7th grade, 6th, 7th grade. And I remember they would come and stay the night at my house, because my mama never let me stay the night at nobody's house. Not until I became, like, I was in high school and I had set friends. My mama did not play that shit. I would have one of my friends come over. She's a Libra. I think both of them were Libras, actually. And because he was my neighbor, my mom was cool with him. Like, he would be able to come over, and we had this big ass screen TV, and everybody would come and, like, come hang out. My mom was, like, weird. Like, she was cool. She was like, I don't mind people coming over because we're under my supervision, so I know you're safe. But when you go to other people's house, like, I don't know about them. So, like, that's just how my mama was. So my house was kind of like, I'm not gonna say it was the kick it house, because my mama was not playing it, but, like, it was like, my mom was a cool mom. It's so weird, very strict but very cool, in between. So then I remember there was this time we were all over, and it was me, one of the Libras, and I'm gonna give her a name because I don't want to, like, give out her name. Her name was Sky. We're gonna name her Sky. She had came over, and he was there too, and I remember he was like, you know, put me on. And I'm like, put yourself on. And the reason why I was like that was because I really liked him, like, but, like, I never told him. And so he ended up, like, trying to cuddle with Sky, but Sky, like I don't know if they ever, like, really even amounted to anything, but Sky had people. Like, Sky had niggas. Like, Sky was cute to me. So, and Sky went both ways. So Sky actually had a girlfriend, but they were on and off like shit. I wonder how that girl is doing. Well, anyway, so I don't really think she took him serious. So then fast forward, how do I want to explain this? Fast forward, then I have another friend, and we were all in a friend group. We're gonna call her Ty. We got Sky and Ty. Cool. Ty had came over, and I remember that she had stayed the night too. Now we all in a friend group, y'all, and they was a year my senior. So she liked him too, and I was like, what the fuck is going on between the sheets in my home? No, I remember I had this is crazy. Why do I remember this shit? But shit, I gotta tell the story. I remember that she was staying over in my house. Don't ask me why they was in my room laying in my bed. They was in my room laying in my bed, and I remember I was, like, laying there, like, I was about to go lay, but, like, I was away, like, I was in the living room or something. I don't remember. And I just remember damn, I really wish that I fucking remember how this played. I don't remember. Like, I feel like he was gonna stay the night too, but he was supposed to sleep on the couch, because he slept on the couch before, but, like, this time he was in my bed with my friend, and I was in the living room, and I went, and I was just like, okay, I'm about to go get in my bed. I think that's how it happened. Anyway, I remember when I went in, like, they were, like, moving, like, and stuff like that. And I remember he ended up telling me later on that that Ty was trying to fuck on him. And I don't know if that was true. I never found out if that was true or not. I never found out. I don't even know if they did it or not. But not my business. But y'all, I should have been mad at the fact, now that I'm, like, back and I'm thinking, I should have been mad at the fact, like, you're trying to fucking my bed. That's what I should have been mad about. I was like, I really feel like I told them. I don't remember if I told them that I liked him or not. I think I did. And they still went. So that could be something within like your friend group or whatever. But anyway, let's fast forward, cause y'all, it get deeper. So then, and y'all, this is where like is we okay, y'all? Is y'all alright up in here? Is you alright? Is we okay up in here? Put a 444 in the chat if we okay. Cause I'm like, y'all, the shit I should have been mad about. Like, I'm thinking back to it. I'm like, why was I not paying attention? But when you're young, like, you don't really pay attention. Like, you're not paying attention to what's going on. You just, anyway, let's keep going. And then, y'all, drink some water. When I think about it, Charlie was going through a lot of shit, y'all. Early on, y'all. Early on. The Godfather could be significant, because I was gonna say like the Corleone, Little Italy could be significant. I have a video that's called Little Italy. If you guys are going through like your friends sleeping with people, or your people are like backdoor energy or shit like that, maybe you need to go watch something in Little Italy. That could be significant. He was okay, so he really liked Sky. Ty, I think, really liked him, and I liked him too, but I was just like, I just kept doing my own thing, y'all. I had my own situations. So, because I seen how he was moving, and I kind of fell back from that. And then he left all that shit alone. And then he started talking to my sister. Now, granted, it was friends, because I don't think my sister really even, like, really was into it. And then she fell into that shit. And that's when I was like, okay, God was testing me. And that's when I officially was like, my friends, my sister. And granted, I never dated this person. But then I remember I went and that's when I felt like, God, what's wrong with me? He keeps trying to date everybody around me, but he's not trying to date me. But I had people trying to date me. He just wasn't. So then I would sit over here, and I remember there was this time where I told Sky, and I remember this, y'all, and I'm not embarrassed to say this. I remember I was just like, I wish that I could be as pretty as you, because like you get everybody that you want. I remember she was talking to this one Asian black guy, and he was fine as fuck. And I'm like, you be pulling the people. I'm trying to pull the people too. And I didn't realize who Charlie was back then, because Charlie back then, I look back and I'm like, Charlie, you was fly. Like, bitch, you like was good. Like, you was pretty. Like, it is crazy, because I used to think that I was bigger than what I was, and I wasn't. It was like an illusion was cast on my head that I was like, it was like a projection of insecurity, y'all. It was a projection of fucking insecurity. And it was like, then as I started doing shadow work on this shit, I realized where it came from, and it was my environment. You know, it was projections from my mother. It was projections from my sister. It was projection from my cousins, from my family members, from the women in my family. Everybody always thought that they were ugly. And when I look at my whole family, I'm like, but we are beautiful fucking creatures. If you look at the women in my family, they are bad. We are bad as fuck. But we have this stigma over us to where it's like, but we never realized our potential. I realized that was one of the generational curses that I had to break too. But that's a whole nother conversation. I just realized where my insecurity started from was it all stemmed from a guy. And if you want to take it a step further, we could go back to my dad too. Because then there was moments of, well, why was my dad not there? You know, he was in and out of the streets. And for those that are new, my dad was a drug dealer too. So he was in and out of jail, in and out of women, living his life very much well. But it also triggered like, damn, well, shit, my dad left me, so other people are going to leave me. maybe I wasn't enough for him either. And it's funny because I know I've healed from that, because I know I'm not, like, that don't make me feel no type of way. It's like I identified it. So some of you guys could be in the energy of like identifying, like, where does that stem from? But I realized that in this moment, maybe I got my worth or my image or how I felt about myself from a guy. Starting with Moose. But then moving on to the other guy, and it's like, and then it was, maybe it started with my dad, and it's like a trigger effect. And I feel like God is calling you guys to really remove that. Stop comparing yourself to other people. And you know, it's kind of funny because I don't know if that's my friends betraying me in those examples, or if it was it's like I tried to, like, maybe I feel like I'm trying to justify them because they had my back in so many different examples too. But were they good friends? I don't know. I don't think so though. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more work. I'm gonna have to think, because I never thought about that friend group. I always talk about my high school friend group, and those bitches did me. Phew. But I'm really getting the energy, y'all, that and I'm glad that you guys are here with me so we could dissect this shit together. Cause you know I walk so y'all can run away from this bullshit. But I remember that it's funny because I used to I'm trying to figure out how I want to take this story, because there's another story I want to tell you, but I don't think that it does it tie in, God? If it ties in, I'll tell the story, but I don't think it ties in. Does it tie in? God, it's like it ties in. I remember that there's this guy my sister had liked, or there was a guy, because my sister is my senior, but there was this guy that my sister really liked, and then there was a guy that really liked my sister. And I felt like my get back was dealing with the guy that really liked my sister. So I went and I dealt with him. So yeah, I'm not that innocent. Like, yeah, I've definitely did my shit too. But to be honest, y'all, the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because I feel like hurt people move hurtly, and I felt like in my past I always felt like I had to get my get back, and I don't feel that way. Like, I feel like when people hurt me, I felt like I had to hurt them, not in a way that they hurt me, but maybe like in different ways. So that could be significant. You could be working on healing that. For some reason I see a feminine here with her hair in 2 buns and has glasses and stuff like that, and she's smiling. So that could be significant. You could be going and getting your hair done. Kind of looks like you're getting your hair done. Is there anything else I need to tell y'all? I feel like I'm supposed to tell y'all something else. Let's keep going with the cards and see where the energy flows, okay? Let's keep flowing with the cards. Let's see where we're going. You know what's kind of funny is because, well, some of you guys could be receiving a text, but airplane mode wanted to come out. I guess I'll take it. Your phone could be on airplane mode when you receive a text. Y'all, the reason why I tell y'all my stories is because I know that like, it's real life that we go through. Sometimes we go through having frenemies, having conflicts with our siblings, having things going on. You know, I just thought about it. I think I used to use get validation from guys in order to feel some type of way. And I think that, like, that's where God is like, if you guys are on that same wavelength where you guys use, and I know I'm talking to femmes, but even masculines, you're using women to validate you. Stop. And I know it's easier for me to say, well, just stop. But the only person, and I know this is going to sound cliche, that can give you your validation and that's going to give you your comfort and that's actually going to make you feel secure within yourself is you. Is you. You have to do things that make you feel loved. You have to do things that make you feel comforted. You have to do things that make you feel wanted. And if you deal with people that don't make you feel that way, then you should not be with those people. And it's funny because we're doing a full circle now. If they're not obsessive, and maybe obsessive is the wrong word, but if it's not like binge worthy, if they're not treating you like you're binge worthy, then it's just off and on and off and on. It's like, it's not worth it. I'm good. Same thing with them. If you don't feel like they're binge worthy, and it's just like, you know, then, and I'm not saying doing because you're scared. I'm talking about you really just like, I'm good. Get them out your energy. Point of the matter is I want you guys to understand something. I feel like I can finally put insecurity to rest because y'all, I really love how I look. I really love who I am. And I really have learned that it doesn't matter if somebody gives me a compliment or not, like I still feel beautiful. And I want you guys to get to that place too. I think the reason why God had me tell you this story is because I had to initiate where it was, and now it's time to dig that last part of that. Even though I hinted, I may have told him. I don't even remember if I ever told him, but did I ever tell him? I don't think I've ever told him. God, did I ever tell him? No, I never told him. Because I'm like, I don't want to make up some shit. I never told him how I felt, so therefore, how could he know that I cared? But I know I told my friends. So, there's that. But I never went through that again. So there's that. You don't let a snake bite you twice. So there's that. Sidebar. Because I feel like I have to touch on this, although I've made peace with this. With the whole my sister thing, talking to him after. The reason and how I came to peace with that, if this is what you're currently going through, is that I realized that my sister was always jealous of me ever since I was a kid. And airplanes are confirmations. One, because we've had conversations about it, and she has verbalized it to me. But two, I realized that all of these things that went on in my life previously was to prepare me so I don't ever have to go through it ever again in my life. And if you're currently going through, you know, you have friends trying to get your man, or they slept, or you found out that they slept with him, or maybe it was somebody, it could have been somebody that you simply liked. It don't even got to be your man. I just feel like if it's your friends, they're just jealous of you. But don't let a snake bite you twice. Get them out your energy. Forgive them though. If it's a sibling that did it, I realize what it stemmed from, and I know who my sister is as a person. And I know that that's just something that had to happen in order for me to make sure that it never happens again in our bloodline. And I think that if you do have a sibling that continues on, that does that to you, and I know my sister won't. I know that. I feel that in the core of my cores. Well, who knows? Who the fuck? You know, who knows? God, you know, if it happens, it happens, you know? But I trust God to know that that can't happen and it won't happen again. Yeah. Yeah. I trust God that it won't happen, and I trust that my sister won't let that happen again. If it does, shit, then I guess that's within the cards, but I don't plan for that to happen. And I'm not speaking that into existence. So point of the matter is, sometimes people do a lot of things based off of jealousy, y'all. And just because you be insecure and you don't see the potential within you doesn't mean that other people don't see the greatness within you. And they prey on that when you don't know who you are. And that's why as an adult, it's funny how I was sitting over here saying, y'all, I still be feeling childish. I still be feeling like I have childlike energy. And I love that about me because it's always me. But sometimes it's like, I went through a lot of grown ass shit as a child. A lot of this shit, and I'm glad that I did. And it's funny, even when I was a kid, I remember thinking about this, thinking like when I was a kid, like, dang, I really went through a lot of shit. I went through a lot of shit in middle school. So when I got to high school, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about really talking to the older guys no more. I didn't give a fuck about really like being like, I had relationships, but like I really didn't like, it's like I partied a lot in middle school, so I didn't party that much in high school. I tried smoking, so like I was peer pressured into smoking, so like there's that, like airplanes are confirmations. I went through a lot of shit early on, so later in life I would be prepared. And it's kind of funny because as an adult, I never have to repeat it. Everything I went through in life, I've never had to repeat it, but I think I had to go through it to experience what it felt like in order to talk to you guys. And it's funny because I had a and I'm gonna end it after this, is I had a friend where the same thing where it had got triggered. I was talking to a guy and we were intimate and everything, this guy, but I hadn't told my friend that I was intimate with him. But it was relevant that like it was relevant that we were like we were together, not together, but like we were like don't touch that, I guess. I don't know. So or maybe it wasn't, I don't know, but I remember that something had happened, and he was like, let me talk to your friend really quickly and stuff like that. And it just gave me weird vibes, but I was just like, maybe I'm tripping, maybe it's my insecurity. And I was talking to his friend, and I think I told y'all this story like months ago. This was summertime, past summer, either pre-summer or summer. But I remember his friend really was trying to get at my friend. But I don't know if in the past that his friend dirty Mac'd or something like that, but it was giving that. And it was just giving off like I was perfectly fine. Like I was perfectly fine until I started talking to him, and I remember he it's like I channeled his energy, and then I became insecure. And it was like, oh shit, he's trying to get at my friend. It was like 2007 or no, 2000 I don't remember, 9 and 10 all over again type shit. And I remember I got mad, and then once I went to the bathroom, I cooled off and I came back to my energy and I was cool. And then I remember though, like I talked to my friend, and I was like and this is how I know I've grown so much. I had went and talked to my old friend, and like I just noticed, like I just peeped them, like they were talking, and she had told me that he had tried to get her number, and whether she went or not, I don't know, but I had told her what happened, and I just kept it cordial. But it's stuff like that that pops up that it's like I feel like it only happens in order for me to realize, because I was triggered at a point, and it was like, it's to get your shit out. But since then I left both of them alone, so there's that. With her, it wasn't particularly over that situation. It was just I'm focusing on myself. But who knows? Anyway, long story less long, y'all. I feel the need to sit over here and say, when you are secure within yourself, you're not checking for nobody, and nobody else is like, nobody is like, it's like you're not jealous of nobody. You're not checking like for anybody to be jealous of you. So I'm literally getting the energy, when you're not insecure, you don't attract insecure energy. And I think that all of the friendships that I was attracting all had their own insecurities, because I had my insecurities. Up until my adulthood, y'all, that was just recent. That was the summertime. And I think that that's why God called me to rid myself of old friendships. Outside of her, there was another girl that I felt like was envious of me too. Just because she would say sly shit. And I was actually just having a conversation about it. And it's like, if I feel like you are saying sly shit to me, or if I feel like energy is not, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if I feel like your, like, jealousy is, or insecurity is at play, I remove myself. And I realized that I attracted these friendships when I was in an insecure place, and I'm no longer there. And so now I'm attracting people that aren't insecure, and friendships that are whole, and that won't do me wrong. You know? So yeah, it's not just about being insecure in people. It's about attracting friendships, attracting good partners, and all that, y'all. Okay? Story less long, okay? You most definitely on the slick comments within friendships, family, and love. I'm telling you. All right, y'all. I feel like this live, I feel like I want to end this live and then go live again, because I feel like I want this to just be the ending of insecurity, but I still want to do personals. So I'm going to end this one here, and then I'm going to do a community read, and then I'm going to do personals because I feel called to. Okay, so give me 2 seconds. I'm about to end this, and then we're going to go live again. Okay.